Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is, Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM-certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 179 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs.
Yes.
We're back together
Yay.
again.
You were on vacay.
I was on vacay, girl. And
it looked
was
awesome.
Good. It was, we had a blast. We had so much fun. We go to the same spot every year, seaside, watercolor, whatever, Florida. We've gone every year since Hattie turned 1. We celebrated her first birthday there, and we've gone back every summer since. So
it's like your kids kind of
they know it.
Tradition.
And, yeah, and it's fun, and we've kind of figured things out. And we went. This is the latest we've ever gone. We went the week before school started, and so it had kind of started to slow down a little bit. I mean, it still was crowded, but it definitely wasn't as packed as it usually is when we go there in the summer. But yeah, Henry's to the age. He took a friend because the family we went with, they have 2 girls, and so I wanted him to have a friend. And, he's going into he is in 6th grade now. And so they kind of would go and ride bikes to the town square and go shopping and had a lot of
He's
freedom.
at that friend age where you want a friend for everything.
Yes. Well, and he's not really as bad at it as Hattie's bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not fair to stick him with
all the
girls, So anyway, but we had a blast, ocean, beach, all the things.
Fun.
Pool,
it looks
eating
lovely.
out. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Lots of people in my neighborhood. Everybody goes there.
It's
I feel like even last week there were like some of our really good friends. 2 of our really good friends were there.
I always run into people I know.
Yeah,
there, which is weird.
And I've never been.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming at first because you're like, holy. I mean, I made dinner.
Florida.
Yeah, and I made dinner reservations literally 3 months ago.
Wow.
I squared everything away months ago because
Yeah.
you can't just walk in with a party of 9 and be like, hey, we want to have some dinner.
Right.
So that was the only thing I really planned was dinners. Which dinners we were going to eat at home, which dinners we were going to eat out as a families, and then which one we were going to eat just grown-ups.
Yeah.
So
do you stay in a house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a different house every year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's fun. We had a great time.
Good.
So thanks for holding down the fort. I've heard, I don't listen to podcasts, but I will listen to the one with you and Sarah, but mainly because I don't ever listen to ours because I hate the sound of my voice.
Right.
But I will listen to the one with you and Sarah. I've heard rave reviews about it though.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the clips that Ashley's done, and they're awesome.
Yeah,
and
she's great.
Really cool.
She's really cool. It's funny because we went to college together, and then our first couple years living in Dallas, that was the phase of life where you're like, okay, how many girls do I sort of know that I can get in my girl gang? And we're gonna go paint the town every Thursday through Saturday and see if we can meet a husband. Maybe not a husband, but that was just the deal. And so we ran around together because we'd gone to college together, and then just kind of life happened and we hadn't talked in a long time. And then I kept seeing her rising to fame, if you will, with the Dallas Morning News because she does the food beat. Yeah. And so she's on it with all the restaurants, and any breaking news when it comes to food is her. And so I was reading all of her articles all the time, and I was like, gosh, these are so good. And then one thing led to another, and now she's on the show with us. We're hoping to have a weekly with her on the Speakeasy, and then I thought she would be perfect for this because we talked about the food stuff all the time, but we hadn't talked mom stuff.
Yeah.
And she has 2 little kids. So just like Chris, I thought she was great, and we survived the summer
Yeah.
with our vacation and our co-host guests and
yeah, we made it through the summer, and now we're back to normal with the two of us. No more week-long vacations for either of us, I don't think, in the very near future.
No, I got nothing.
So yeah, I'm excited. We're back in a routine. The kids are back in school.
Yes.
Let's talk about back to school, because I've got a good news, bad news scenario in the Jones.
Oh, really? Knock on wood, our back to school has been awesome.
Okay, when did y'all start? Monday, Tuesday?
Monday, yeah.
Monday, so did we.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of people, some people are like, oh, we got a whole nother week left. And I'm like, dang. And then some people didn't start till like Wednesday. Yeah, we were hard Monday.
Yeah, Monday, which for us was weird because we're usually like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I even had I screwed this up badly. I told Kelly that we started Tuesday, and he made plans to take Isaac, his eldest son, my stepson, who was with us all summer, to take him back to college and to be back by Tuesday to help take the kids to school.
Yeah.
And made a flight and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had the epiphany because they sent an invite for moms.
The boo-hoo
Yes.
drop-off. What's it called? The woohoo boo-hoo?
This was like cheers and...
Tears?
Yes.
Yes.
Tears and cheers for the kinder moms. So I got that invite and I was like, why the hell would they do that on Monday when school starts
weird.
Tuesday? And then I told Kelly, I was like, oh yeah, school starts Tuesday. He's like, Julie, school starts Monday. I was like, Julie, I just planned a whole trip to be back in time for school to start on Tuesday. I was like, sorry, you can also look at the calendar.
Right.
Right. Don't trust this. You know not to trust this.
You don't know who he's married to?
Right?
Come on.
Seriously? You booked a whole flight around this? Like, come on. You know I'm a
Don't you know better by now, Kelly? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So I guess that was my bad. I said it was all good. That was bad because he wasn't there. And I did it all by myself, which was fine. I'm very used to functioning alone.
Yeah.
But it just would have been fun if he could have been there because we did have Anna starting kinder. That was a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah. But she's loving it.
Sure.
Girlfriend is like so social.
Oh.
And so now she's in a big school with a lot of people. She doesn't know a ton because she came from a tiny preschool.
Yeah.
And some of the others went to preschool together, like the, I guess, more mainstream ones. We just had a little Montessori school near our house that I loved. And so both my kids went there. But I loved her description after the first night. My schedule's different now, so I don't see her right after school. It's like 6:30 before I see her. So I worry I'm going to miss out on a lot of that, like just instant, like how was your day stuff. But I'm learning at bedtime, she gets so excited about going to school the next day and she like tells me everything.
Oh, that's so great.
I know. So Monday night, her recap of kindergarten it was so cute. It was like, well, it's a little confusing because I don't know everybody and this is a really big school and I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's like a big party. So I thought that was precious.
Not a girl, Anna.
You're kind of right. Like, it's a big school, and the moms, I think, see it as a big party, too.
Big party.
Yeah, big party. So she's doing great, loves it. And then Ryder started second and got the sweetest teacher who was already talking about Cowboys with him and, like, knew a whole bunch about the Cowboys and talking sports, and they connected at Meet the Teacher night. And I could tell he's kind of at this age. It's so funny. Like, I'm sure you know this. He's kind of getting at the age where he's like blushing and stuff around his teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're super young and cute and like adorable.
Yeah.
I was like, Ryder, like he got all kind of nervous and like made Kelly tell something that he was too nervous to say. I was like, are you like, we can't have a crush on a teacher yet, can we?
We're too young. Oh, no, it's 100% possible.
Did Henry ever have a crush on a teacher?
No, I don't think so. Not that I know of.
But it was like weirding me out a little bit. I was like, Ryder, like, she's your teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a full-on crush.
No. I know
but it was really precious.
It's cute.
It was really precious. Cute. So, yeah, they're both good. They're, and then having them, like you said, the routine.
Yeah. It's huge.
Like just working.
I mean, even for me, it's big. Because, I mean, I was sleeping later, and not that that's a bad thing. But, now I'm like up, workout in before the kids get up, all that kind of stuff. So that, for me to get back in that routine makes me so much more productive in the mornings. It just was basically during the summer, I was getting like an hour or two, of a later start.
Right. Yeah.
Depending on the day.
Same.
So, yeah, I like being back in the routine.
And your kids are Happy, excited,
So-
it went well.
So,
No.
so, so Henry's going into sixth, which is he is in sixth grade, middle school. So this big transition.
So he's already transitioned.
So it's the way that Fort Worth does it, and where we're zoned. It's they go, K through 5 at the elementary school, and then there's like I don't even know how many. I mean, I should know more. There's 4 or 5 elementary schools that merge, and they all go to McLean sixth.
Okay.
So it's just the sixth grade, and then connected to McLean sixth is McLean Junior High, which is 7th and 8th. Okay. So they give them like this buffer year, which I like too. But it's also a big transition. You're joining with 4 other schools, 5. How many ever?
Other. Yep, I hear you.
And so I'm and Henry's more of my feeler, Hattie just doesn't give.
She doesn't think too much about it,
right?
And Henry,
he overanalyzes everything. So I was really worried about like how is he going to do in this, but I never let on that I was worried or anything like that. And so, we go and it's this huge production. So where the school is, it's kind of hard to get to, but there's the shopping center, and they go there anyway. I feel like I shouldn't say too much because then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're telling people where your kids are, and somebody's gonna come kidnap them."
Oh no.
Anyway,
where did Henry get that overanalyzing from?
Anyway, I can't even imagine. I know, I'm like, people are gonna be like, "You're putting your child in danger."
No, they're not. You're fine.
Anyway, so it's this whole production, and like the first day of school, I feel like is the PTA mom Super Bowl. It is. Get the charcuterie board, fire up the mimosas,
yes,
and let's go. I've got my cute little outfit on. I am in full makeup. Not me, but I feel like there's a certain contingency that this is like.
This. Yes,
here we go.
Yes,
it's PTA season.
It is.
And let me tell you, and I've said this a million times over. I love those women. I love them. You know why? Because they're the ones that are getting shit done at school.
Yeah.
They are the ones that are. And also telling me what the fuck to do, because I am out of the loop so much. I feel like, but it is just like it's a thing. Like okay,
it's like rush for sorority.
Here we go.
But you're taking your kid to school.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
And so I was, how I am with my anxiety. Like we roll up hot. And Henry's worried about there's a group photo, and there's so many iPhones.
Oh my God.
I just was like.
Make sure your kid's in the right photos with the right people wearing the right thing.
And I don't even know if that's it. I just think that they've got this shit mapped out, and they've got it figured out, and they know what to do, and they know how to do it. And I'm just in the back being like, just be back here. Just be back here. And then like literally I didn't get one picture. I was like, just somebody send me some pictures.
Yeah.
And then I made Henry take a selfie with me, and that was it. And I was like, okay, we're good. And so anyway, granted, we're 3 days in. There's already been one fight.
Oh. What do you mean?
Kids, there was a fight
at school.
Yeah. Oh. Which is it bad that I'm like, okay, these are the kind of things we need to be exposed to. Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm weird. I mean, but I grew up in Plainview. There was no private schools when I grew up.
Yeah.
Like it was.
So is this like where the elementary was a little more, like, I don't know, sheltered or whatever, and then when they get to middle school, it opens up to a lot more people?
His elementary school is very.
Because that's what we have.
It's pretty
coming up. Yes. When junior high hits too.
And so it's like you're not going to be able to live in this little bubble all your life. Yeah. So go and see. There's other people resolve conflicts in different ways, and you're going to see some of them, and try not to get involved in them. And
yeah.
But odds are you probably. I mean, we had fights in our high school. Did you have fights in your high school?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so did we.
Oh yeah, my brother was the one like meet me at the tree of the park.
Yeah, meet me on the playground,
and just like crying. Like,
I'm not condoning it, but I'm also saying like this is a
scary.
Part
but
of
don't you
life.
look at it so different though now as a mom?
I do think it's very different. Yeah,
like in high school, I guess I was unfazed by it.
Like the thought of getting in a fight, like someone like pulling my hair and punching me. Like, don't get me wrong, if that shit starts, it's on. It is on, but I am not by any stretch of the imagination asking for that. No effing way.
No.
But I mean,
I can't see you doing that.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, like if it starts happening, I'm gonna go into Total.
Do you think you could beat someone up?
I think
Like another woman?
I think I would go crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
think you'd
look
kick
at
some
me.
ass?
Have you
I
met
think
me?
you would too, but I'm just wondering what you think.
I don't know if I would kick some ass, but I think I would go down in a fucking blaze of glory. Like I would.
Would you scratch or would you bite?
If so,
or would you?
I'm not going after anyone.
Yeah.
But if so, I'm gonna use all the tools I have, honey.
Oh.
All of the tools.
Like
that
big
I have.
key ring across
whatever.
the face?
I don't even know. But like,
Yeah.
because I think at that point, I'm so scared of getting my ass kicked that I will do whatever it takes to not get my ass kicked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, I'm looking for a fight. I'm a tough bitch. It's like, I just don't want to get my ass kicked. So whatever I have to do
right.
in order to
it's
not
like
get my ass kicked is what I'm going to do.
I think a good purse whack says a lot.
A purse whack?
I think as a woman, we're kind of armed and ready at all times. Just take your big old purse and.
I mean, I've only really thought about like if I was to be attacked by a male. And like
I'm thinking like a cat bite.
100%. The first thing you do, you go straight for the junk. So like that's easy strategy.
With a knee?
With a dude, knee, fist, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never thought about fighting a chick, so I don't know what methods I would employ in order to not get my ass kicked.
You wouldn't know till it happens. Then you'll see what comes out. And you'll be fucking biting someone. You'll be scratching.
I think I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
But again, not because I want to, just because I just don't want to get my ass kicked.
Right.
So anyway, back to the story. So anyway, there was a fight at school, and so I asked Henry on the way to school this morning. I'm like, hey, so Daddy said there was a fight at school. He was like, yeah, it was on the other side of the school. So you can imagine, like these middle schoolers, just sixth graders, just talking. I can't even. I was like, did you know the kids? No. Did you see it? No. Do you know? What did you hear about it? He was like, apparently it was about Tic Tacs, and I'm like, was it Tic Tacs or TikTok? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So bottom line is nobody knows what the fuck happened. Like, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. Like, shit's gonna happen. You're gonna see shit, experience shit. Like, I'm strangely like I'm fine with it. Like, it's okay.
I mean,
so he's killing it. Right. It's probably, and he didn't seem fazed by it. And it's not like he was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm getting my ass kicked at school. Like, he was like, yeah, I really want that big of a deal. So Henry's killed it. Hattie, on the other hand, who is my just social butterfly, can fit in. She can play up. She can play down. Doesn't matter the age. I worry so little about her socially.
Yeah.
But when we got her class list, she has many, 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 many friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, but she has like this core group of friends,
Mm-hmm.
like this, I don't even know how many of them there are. And none of those were in her class.
Mm-hmm.
She had friends. She has a couple of friends she's played sports with, that are in her class. So it's not like there's a bunch of strangers, but just not girls she's super close to.
Yeah.
And so she's been stewing on it. And last night when I got home from work, she texted me before she went to bed, and she said, Mommy, you can come tell me goodnight when you get home if you want to, which means because she doesn't want to show vulnerability.
She wants to talk.
She wants to be tough, but she wants to talk. So I go in there,
Aww.
and in 45 minutes, she is bawling.
Oh.
She is afraid that her friends are going to get closer, and she's going to be left out.
That's that really tough age.
Yes. And she is, and this one is, she is tough. She doesn't show a whole lot of emotion.
Did you
She's
cry?
not very affectionate. I did not, because I didn't want,
yeah.
It's like the only time I can't cry is like when I need to not cry for my kids.
Right.
And so, like on a plane, like I have to pretend like I'm not terrified that I'm flying through the air.
So they don't get terrified.
Bullet, so
Things we do.
Get terrified. Yes.
As moms.
And so I'm talking her through this, and she's like, do you think next year you could request who I'm with or my? And I was like, no, that's not the way it works, honey. Like, it's just you are in school to learn, and you have friends in your class. And Hattie was like, I know, but her one of her friends, Natalie, she's like, Natalie, I feel like is closer with the other girls in our class, and I'm kind of on the outside. And I was like, well, you're going to have to make an effort to become better friends with current friends that you already have, and meet new friends. And I was like, but this is the deal. I can't, like, if you need something as your mother, I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen when you need it.
Yeah.
This is not, I'm not going to come in and ask for you to change classes or anything like that. I'm just not going to, because if I do that, it can't be, oh, well, when I don't get my way, mommy
Right.
just fixes it. Or
Right.
I was like, that's just not something I'm comfortable doing as your parent. And I said, I completely appreciate that you're upset. I understand why you're upset. I would be upset too. It sucks. But I said, you have got to learn that not everything is going to go your way 100% of the time. And Hattie has lived a very charmed life in her 10 years. This might be the most adversity she's faced. She's been on winning sports teams. She's, learning has come easy to her thus far. Socially, she's had no problem making friends. And so this was kind of the first time where, what she had in her mind was going to happen, or what she hoped would happen, didn't happen. And I'm like, sister, buckle up.
Yeah.
Because this is the first of many.
Yeah.
And if this is the biggest adversity we have faced in your 10 years of living, you're okay.
Right. Which makes so much sense to you. But as a little kid, when you're like in that headspace,
I said, I don't expect you to understand. And maybe someday you will. Maybe when you're a mom and you're having the same conversation with your son or daughter, I said, but I'm just telling you, we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
And everything is going to be fine. You need to give it some time. I know you're not patient, and just like me, but you're going to have to play it out. And it all revolves around your attitude, how you go into school. Like, how do you go into it? And I said, and also too, don't be afraid to tell your core group of friends. Don't be afraid to tell them, like, hey guys, this sucks. I hate that we're not
a lot of them in class together.
Yeah. But yeah. And say like, meet me on the playground, or let's sit together at lunch or whatever. And so I was like that, but she's like, that made me seem so immature. And I was like, no, you're worried about not seeming
actually
tough.
Mature. Yeah.
And I said, you don't want, it's like, trust me. I mean, fuck, that story of my life. Like when you're just, I can be so tough. Like, but to show that vulnerability, again, she's not going to understand this at 10 years old. But I said, that's that's being so strong.
Yeah.
Is if you're able to show that vulnerability. And I said, those are your friends. And if they're your friends, they're going to be like, dude, Hattie, of course, like, yes, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
They're your friends. They love you. They care about you. But it just was it was a total, like I said, like I was so concerned about Henry, and it ended up being Hattie because of the situation. But
I'm glad she talked to you about it.
It's a good learning. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Like mom can't fix everything. Like,
no. And I'm seeing it all now just with a 5-year-old girl, but girl momming is a lot different.
Totally different.
Especially when it comes to these big schools and things like that. But yeah, Anna has 2 little best friends from preschool, and the way they did it, they were in class together for 3 years. So they got really, really close.
Yeah.
The other 2 moms requested not to be with each other. Like they requested Anna not be in their class and the other one not be in their class. They wanted them to go make new friends.
Yeah.
And that was really, really tough for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just not a requester of anything.
Right.
I'm just of the mindset, like, the school knows what they're doing.
Right.
Like, these people are professionals or whatever. And then also the whole way leading up to it, when we found out class assignments and everything, she's like, are they in there? Are they in there? Are they in there?
Yeah.
Like, that's all she could think about and talk about. And of course they weren't, which is fine. But I think with Hattie too, like, the only thing that I would tell Ryder when he gets in the class situation, like last year, a lot of friends were all together and he didn't really know anybody. But I would try to think of someone from the year before that he met, that he didn't know, that he got to know, and now they're really good friends. Be like, remember how you didn't know Jack when last year started, and now he's one of your best friends? Just think about how that's probably going to happen again. And then you throw that person into your friend group, and then you've got more friends, you know. And Anna's already she's great, and it's all great. And those moms, I get where they were coming from too. They thought that Anna can be like a leader type and distracting and trying to make people laugh, and those girls like were eating, like they eat it up, so they needed to be in their own setting where they don't have like sometimes that's giant Anna, because they were little too, so she thought she was like always in charge of them.
And that
it was tough.
And you just get, and it's so funny, like, and it's just, you feel it on such a different level as a parent. Like, I mean, I get attacked social media, like,
I know.
It's so exhausting, whatever. But I'm like, it doesn't even faze me anymore. But like my kids, I'm like, oh
it's different. I'm like,
oh, you feel it.
I was thinking about that so much.
Completely different.
I was like, why am I worrying about a 5-year-old girl stuff? Like,
oh,
but it takes precedence over even all the shit in your life, right?
100%.
It's crazy. And it's gonna
100%.
I think this is parenting, Em.
I
I
don't
think this is gonna
I don't think it's going anywhere.
go, it's just a whole other layer of
Yeah, same.
anxiousness and brain
I know.
stuff. And before we move on, because I know we've got a lot of other things,
We
but the Super Bowl for moms deal,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was, I feel like even more so when you're sending a kid to kinder. But yeah, I showed up on the first day of school and kind of forgot about all that. Like I knew there was the little party planned, but I forgot about how everyone shows up like dressed to the nines at
Looking
7:50 a.m.
Full makeup so
Yeah.
they can take cute pictures.
Yeah, like I was in tennis stuff and I had like I was gonna go to that thing, but I had like I'm good. I can't. Like
Right.
I need to go play tennis. I need to go exercise. I need to get out of this headspace and then get ready for my work. Like
Yeah.
it was too much. And
Well,
I
because
almost
then
felt like
it's-
you were like, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's happening to me a little bit. And
Stuff starts doming you out, like stuff you never
Yes.
thought about before
Yeah.
starts doming you out.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's
cheers to that.
cheers to parenting.
Well, I think it's too just the working, like we've got all this work stuff going on and stress, and my mind is, I can't let my mind go to a place where I'm just like, 8 a.m., I'm looking great. Who do you have? Who do you have? What are you doing Friday?
Right.
Where are we going to lunch after this?
Yeah.
Like, even though technically I have time in my schedule to do that,
Right.
my mind wouldn't go there.
Right.
I was like, I just need to go whack some freaking tennis balls and go to
Right.
work. Like, so I didn't go. But
Yeah.
I'm working through it all.
And again, like obviously we all are. And again, like we've always talked about, like it's not everyone has their.
Yes.
It's like prime example. So my friend Jennifer, she does not work, but she is but she's also not like gung ho, like you know what I mean. She's
Yeah.
like she's a great friend. And first day of school, I was working, so my kids were gonna have to ride the bus.
Yeah.
Hattie was. Henry, I was scrambling. So then I text Jennifer, I'm like, can you please pick Hattie up from school? Like
Aw.
she could ride the bus, but I just hate for her on her first day to have to ride the bus. She's like, absolutely. And anytime I will bring her home.
Those friends are gold.
Yes. And then same way, the kid that went to Seaside with us, I texted his mom. I'm like, will you bring Henry home? I hate for him to have to.
Yeah.
He's too close to ride the bus. Now I've got to figure out what to do with him. But anyway, I was like, just. And
It's
she was
good to
like,
have
"Of
those
course I'm
friends,
like-"
and I know
Right. And it's so.
you give it back when you can too. Like that's what it's all
Absolutely.
about.
But it's like I don't ever want anyone to think that like, yeah, working moms, we're the best, and
No.
we got it all figured out.
God,
Like,
no.
no, that's what
I
I
have
mean. Like,
so many moments. I wish I was like that. I
oh
wish I
my
could
gosh.
be like that.
Yes,
I wish
but,
I could. But
yeah, but it is funny. It's like you don't realize like what a. I mean, like just when I don't know, like you said, when I show up in my workout clothes, and
yeah,
or like I don't on the text string, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like, wait, what this and. So anyway, it's a good
it's a
thing.
lot, and I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's
everybody
there.
takes care of
I honestly
something.
wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
And they do a hell of a job, like running.
And they're probably,
running all the PTA stuff.
But you know what they probably are like with us, like those chicks can't fucking keep shit straight. Like
I
they
know.
can ask me the same
I didn't know what day school started.
Like, don't they go through their kids' folders?
Right.
What the fuck are these women doing?
Right. Like I've been waiting all summer for these folders for our first homework assignment.
That's so funny.
No,
Okay.
It's a lot.
Okay. Speaking of school, God bless teachers. God bless every single one of them.
Yes.
So
oh my
we
gosh.
have a really cool thing. So we wanted to do a back to school show, which is sponsored by our friends at Yo Quiero, which we're going to have a special like little infomercial here in a few
Yes.
minutes with Yo Quiero because you're going to show us exactly how you incorporate, and I will
Little guac
once
minis into our lunches.
Once you turn over some of the Yo Quiero goods to me, how we
Not
incorporate-
happening.
How we incorporate Yo Quiero into easy packing for our kids' lunch.
Yep.
So you're going to tell us about that a little bit later. But we had the idea to do like a back to school giveaway with our friends at Bottle Rover, to where we have this cool package to give away. And then of course, Bottle Rover, as they will, and as they are experts at, they will deliver that package to
Yes,
the winner.
I love
So it
this.
has to be someone in the DFW area, not too far, so we can get to them. So we've asked Adam Hernandez, the man of the mom game,
Mm-hmm.
came up with the idea to do it for a deserving teacher and that people could nominate them,
Yep.
which I think was a brilliant idea. So right quickly, let's go over like the sponsor details, what
Yeah.
the package includes, and then how people can enter.
I've got it here. So we've posted this on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the places. And I'll just read this because it explains it pretty well. It says, do you know an educator that deserves to be recognized? We're kicking off the school year with a giveaway to surprise a DFW education professional with a gift basket from the Mom Game. So all you have to do is leave your comment here on any of these social media channels with the name of an educator in your life and what makes them special. It's a comment on social media. So try to use those words wisely. Why is that person special? And tell us short, like in a quick, brief version, if you can, why you love these educators. And then we're going to pick one and we're going to give them this wonderful prize package from our sponsors next week. So we have a deluxe hydrofacial from Divalor Medical Wellness, where Emily and I have been multiple times to treat ourselves. Yo Quiero, like Emily mentioned, is donating a whole like goodie bag basically of dips. They have delicious queso, guacamole, salsa, and like we mentioned, the guacamole minis that you can put in your lunches, all kinds of delicious things. Cutting Edge Cryo is going to donate a 3-pack of their Casin, it's either Casin or Casin slimming treatment. And I've been doing this. I think I've had like 4 of these treatments.
Do
It's
tell.
awesome.
Love it.
I'm waiting until I'm all done and I'm going to like post something about it. But it's like the
Did
ones
you take it before?
I didn't.
Julie, you have to learn to start taking before pictures.
I know. I don't like before pictures.
But
my camera roll is a before, but not like a like there's before pictures that are there.
Okay.
But so we've done the thing before, with like the cryo freeze deal.
Cryo skin.
And
and I love it.
And that was great. It was more specialized areas.
Yep.
So this is like a large area, and it's
Yeah.
I describe it as, it sounds a little scary, but it's like a blowtorch to your fat, but it's cold. So it's like cold hydrogen or whatever. So they're going to donate a 3-pack of that. It crystallizes those fat cells, and then you kind of just rinse them out of your body, and they go away. So that's amazing. We are so grateful to them for always being a wonderful partner. We have Early Bird CBD, another great partner of ours. They're putting together a prize pack of CBD gummies, and then Francis Coppola wine.
I know. It's Francis Coppola. We're used to talking about Noble Vines.
Mm-hmm.
They are brother and sister.
Yeah.
Noble Vines is the sister. Francis Coppola is the brother.
Yep.
I think it's the big brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the same company we have been working with, the same people we love. Dave Duncan over there, been partners with us for a long, long time. Noble Vines has always been great in supporting so many causes out at the Charles Schwab Challenge, the Do It for Durrett Foundation. And so these two are, like I said, these are family. And so they want to start spreading the news about some of these Francis Ford Coppola wines. Francis Coppola, but Francis Ford Coppola is the legendary director.
Yes.
And he's also a very well-known winemaker. So that's what we are drinking here. This is the Rosé of Pinot Noir. And I will say it's really good. And truth be told, it's supposed to be served chilled. We did not have it chilled, and there's no ice in the studio. So we're drinking at like room temperature, maybe a little chilled, and it's really, really good.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
I love a
it.
good rosé.
And so we're excited. We'll be telling you a lot more about.
You'll get wine.
Yeah. So you get wine in your goodie bag, and then we'll also be telling you much more about Coppola, the brand, the wines, all that kind of stuff as we approach the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. So go to our social media channels and nominate somebody you think is deserving.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it's not like we're picking from what they say. It's just like if you just tell us a little bit about the person, then we're putting all those entries in a hat drawing.
Oh,
so it's not like you can compel
I misunderstood.
us. Right.
Yeah.
But we do want to know why that you think they're great. You can't just be like, oh, I nominate Julie. Like you have to say like, I nominate Julie because she's amazing.
Yes.
And why she's amazing because she's fun and I love her.
Okay. So we're going to draw a name. Yeah. I've seen some people getting after it.
Yeah.
With this, I think it's like whole classes or whole schools nominating certain teachers because we've gotten a lot of really good comments.
I love that though.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. And that means if one person gets nominated more than one time, they'll have more than one entry.
Yep.
So yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
And I love that idea. That was shout out to, I think that was Adam, wasn't it? Yeah. Shout out to Adam.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was great. We were just going to do like a regular giveaway. He's like, let's do it back to school. Let's do a teacher, which I love.
Yep.
Okay, a little bit more on these Yo Quiero products. Thank you to Yo Quiero for sponsoring this back to school episode. As you can see, I'm in my jammies, getting ready for school tomorrow. packing my lunch boxes, the unicorn lunch boxes. And every single time I pack a lunch these days, I'm going to have some of these Yo Quiero guacamole minis. They're perfect. You can freeze them and then you put them in the lunch. Take one of these bad boys out, frozen. By the time the kids get to lunch, it is all thawed out and ready to go. Put it with some carrots or some crackers, some celery, whatever it is. Here's the guacamole. Comes in these packs of 4, just like this. So they're super handy. Here's mashed avocado, 100% real avocado you will find with these Yo Quiero products. There are no preservatives. It is all natural. It is fresh ingredients. They are so delicious. Here's another 6-pack of the mini cups. This is chunky. So all different kinds of guacamole, whatever your kids will eat or whatever you want to eat. You can throw them in your work bag if you're going to work and snack on them. Throw a 6-pack of these in your fridge at work. That's what I do. Over at the iHeart stations. And then Yo Quiero even has these amazing salsas and quesos. This one's my personal favorite, the queso blanco. These Yo Quiero products are a healthy addition to lunches, of course, for parents and kids. You can find these Yo Quiero products in the fresh refrigerated section of the grocery store. So you might have heard us talking about them before and not known where to find them. Go to the fresh refrigerated section of the grocery store. Make sure to stay off of that chip aisle if you're looking for these products. The delicious products that are better for you can be found in the frozen section of your store. Just look for these wonderful Yo Quiero products. Next time you're grocery shopping, thank you, Yo Quiero.
We mentioned Bottle River already because they're going to be delivering our prize package. But if you don't know what it is, this is funny. Anna saw the app on my phone yesterday and she was like, "What's the doggy app?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "It delivers things." She was like, "What does it deliver?" And I was like, "Mommy things." And then she was like, "Let me look." And so she starts looking through and she's like pulling up all these bottles of liquor and stuff. She's like, "Can I get one from the doggy?" Like, no, this is mommy stuff.
Mommy stuff.
We love Bottle River. They are going to deliver the alcohol to your front door, and it's free as long as you hit a $50 minimum order, which we all know is super easy to do when you're ordering wine, liquor, beer, whatever it is, seltzers. And we still, unfortunately, have a lot of summer when it comes to the weather, even though kids are back to school. So you're probably still hanging by the pool and everything else. So it's a really good opportunity to sit back and relax. Let Bottle River take care of all of it. You're also going to need those back to school cocktails, those happy hour cocktails, the PTA mom cocktails, whatever it is. Bottle River can help you out. One of the cool features about their app is that you can order ahead of time if you're planning a party or something like that. So make sure you just get the app on your phone and just play around with it. You'll see how easy and convenient it can be and how it can be a lifesaver in our busy lives. Bottle River will fetch your drinks for free when you spend $50. They also shop local liquor stores straight from your phone. So you're supporting local in your area while also supporting a mom game sponsor and friend with Bottle River. Thank you, Bottle River.
Best of both worlds.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so sports courts. I mean, do we need to talk about the Cowboys? I feel like they
Not
get talked about
really.
so much.
Do you
Zach Martin's back.
Zach Martin's back.
Couple of more.
Deuce Vaughn.
Oh
is
yeah, I'm excited.
like the
Listen,
story that I feel like people are talking
I'm excited
about.
to watch him play. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been one preseason game, but he looked really good.
Yeah.
And we had Isaiah Standback, our friend from the Dove Network, on the Speakeasy yesterday. I'm just pulling in all my buds to radio because why not?
Love it.
Isaiah's great, but I asked him, I was like, is this guy competing for the second running back spot, or is he still trying to make the team, or somewhere in between? Because everyone loved what they saw, and they're already like anointing him as, Tony Pollard's backup. But regardless, no matter what it is that he's trying to, what position he's trying to get, people are loving what they're seeing from him right now, and it's real fun to watch.
Well, and it's like it's an anomaly, right? Like
Yeah.
he's what, like 5'5", 180?
Yeah. He's tiny.
And so it's almost like you just want to, it was like Spud Webb in the NBA, you know what I mean? Like there's this tiny human who can dunk a basketball, and he's, at least a foot shorter than everybody else on the field. So yeah, I'm excited about the Cowboy season. I mean, I love football season, college football, NFL. Like I love that time of year. So we will definitely be talking a lot of Cowboys
Yes.
as things roll on. But right now, the Rangers
Rangers
are, it's crazy. And
last night's game was like a party, like a celebration.
okay, so can we talk about Section 133?
Yes.
So this is the cool. Okay, so as you know, I was off last weekend, so I was not at the game, at the series. I don't even remember who we played. Yeah, whatever, whoever we played.
Yeah.
So apparently there was a fraternity convention. If I'm not mistaken, it was Beta Theta Pi.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. So there was like a convention that they were having somewhere, Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. And at this convention, part of their outing was to go to a Ranger game. So they go to a Ranger game and apparently just caused all kinds of just not ruckus, like good ruckus. Like they were loud, they were engaged, they were drinking a little bit. They did the whole beer cup snake, like throughout the whole section. But it was noticed by the players, by the broadcast, it was very noticeable because it's all coming from Section 133, which is like in, kind of right center field. And so I didn't think anything of it because honestly, I watched the games. I kept up with the Rangers when I was on vacation, but I wasn't watching every pitch. I wasn't watching every broadcast, especially with the sound up. So last night we get there and they're like Section 133 is back. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
I was like, what's going on out there? So I tweet what's going on in Section 133, blah, blah, blah. People, they were like, Emily, how do you not know? And I was like, sorry. And so anyway, start doing some digging. I get responses to tweets and blah, blah, blah.
You were full on investigative reporter. I liked it.
So then they're like, Rangers Nation is basically they started this like kind of grassroots movement to be like, hey, we loved that atmosphere. They were not there last week or whatever, or maybe they were and they saw it, but this is not the same group of humans. It's a completely different group of humans that saw the energy that section created, that frat party in Section 133, and wanted to kind of try to replicate it. So this guy posts on this Rangers.Nation Instagram page, like they have 49,000 followers, probably up over 50 now, and says, let's do it. Everybody meet in Section 133, tag, let us know if you're going to be there, blah, blah, blah. So he said he didn't know what it was going to be like, but he put this out there. Let's start a movement. Let's do it, this night, whatever. So I start seeing these people. So then I find out it's Rangers.Nation. Then I DM them and I just said, hi, who is your leader? And the guy responds, he was like, I am. And I'm like, who are you? And he was like, my name is,
was it like Landon?
Jake Dupree.
Okay, Jake.
So his name is Jake Dupree. Landon. So I was like, I would like to come interview you. What seat are you at in Section 133? So he's like, tells me his seat number. And so I said, I'm headed that way. So I go out there and it is the entire section full of people and they are so rowdy. They are so fun. They are so engaged. I start walking down the stairs, and they did the roll call for all the players, like where they go through and call out every player until they acknowledge them. And then they go crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And I start walking down the stairs and they're like, Emily. And I was like, ah! And I was like, y'all are awesome. Y'all are so cool. Like it's been a long time since I felt energy like that.
Yeah.
In the ballpark.
It was probably like that college football
it was
vibe.
And it was amazing. So I talked to this guy and he looks.
I saw the interview. It was great.
And Jake Dupree. Mm-hmm. So I was like, so how long have you had this page? I was like, dude, because I just started following him. And I was like, 49,000 followers. He was like, I started it 9 years ago when I was 11. And I was like, oh my gosh. He was like, yeah, that's when I really became he said, I really became a Rangers fan during those World Series runs. I was so young because he was probably like,
wow.
Fuck, if he's 20, he was like 8, I don't know, young. Anyway, when those teams were good, when we had that really good run of baseball. And he was like, that's when I really fell in love with, the Rangers. And I started this page and, it's just taken off and grown into this giant community. And
that is so cool.
Basically put it out there and people showed up and and the players loved it.
They did.
Boach doesn't smile a ton. Yeah. And he got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He just was like, yeah, stuff like that matters.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. And you get, and then hopefully maybe there'll be somebody else like what would be really cool is if there was someone else on the other side of the stadium that's in left field.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's start a movement in section 22 or 122 or whatever. I don't even know.
And
But
it's a good time to get all that
and-
stuff
right.
prepped for playoffs.
right. And so
You want
anyway,
that
it was
atmosphere.
really, really cool. It was really fun to go
Yeah.
out there. It just was really fun.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It's fun right now. I mean, they're fucking amazing right now.
Yeah.
Like the starting rotation is stupid.
Yeah.
It's insanity. The offense. I mean, Corey Seager is out of his
Almost 3 home runs last night.
He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
He's completely out of his mind. The offense is clicking. I mean, we miss Josh Young, obviously, but the offense has not.
And
skipped a
Haim is
beat.
back.
Haim's back. He's only hitting from one side of the plate because of the thumb, but
Okay.
everyone's the bullpen has been outstanding. I mean, it's just been so fun. I mean, when you rattle off, they have the best record at home in baseball. They've won 5 straight series. I mean, it's insanely
It's so fun
to be a part of right now.
And playoffs are getting closer and closer. And it's like just those feelings that we had back in 2011, that era of baseball, like you referenced, like we haven't had those feelings since then,
Right.
like as fans. So just as a fan, I'm getting super amped up for it. It's going to be so fun.
Wow.
And the part that we were worried about was probably pitching. And right now it seems like that is...
Well, and you put a guy like Max Scherzer on your staff.
Oh my gosh. And
a
everyone's
guy like
gonna
Jordan
get better.
Montgomery. I mean,
Yeah.
Jordan Montgomery's numbers were better this season than Scherzer's were coming in.
Yeah.
But it's just like this. It's the whole psychology of it. When it's the trade deadline and your team not only goes, pushes their cards in, but or their chips in, rather. I mean,
All in.
I mean, all in.
Yeah.
All in.
That's got to
That
fire everybody
just,
up.
I mean, and people were like, well, how do you, these dudes are human beings with actual heartbeats and blood pumping through their veins and emotions and all that. So think about when something happens and you get motivated. Like if we have a call with a potential sponsor or client, somebody that wants to work with us and we get re-energized, you get like, okay, I was kind of in a lull, but now I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, it's like
I
that.
believe in what we're doing. We have a great thing going. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely happened with this team. And it is so incredibly fun.
Awesome. I can't
So
wait.
incredibly fun.
I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. It's so fun to watch right now. Ryder's so into it.
I love it.
Which is so fun.
I know.
It's
I love
just
it.
great. I
know.
love it. And it seems
I
like a
can't wait.
wonderful group of guys too.
It is. It's good chemistry.
Yeah.
Not sure which comes first, the chicken or the egg, the winning or the chemistry, but either
Right.
way, both are good right now.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Okay, what's on your feed? What's in your craw? Brought to us by Early Bird. We've talked about Early Bird, wonderful partners. They're participating in our giveaway. But so I told you the story about when I came home from work and Hattie was crying, and for 45 minutes straight, about this whole school situation. And so I needed to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because we
This
had a
was
shoot
last night.
today. This was So I was like, I really need to go to bed. There was also a countertop issue at my house that I was dealing with. So
Too much stuff on it.
there was some water spots that weren't coming out.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's like Emily's first
I'm just saying. I tried the magic eraser. So anyway, back to Early Bird. What I did, I'm scared of vinegar, but hold on. So what I did was, this is the plan I had. So I'm like, I'm going to have 1 glass of wine and pop 2 Early Birds. And in the time it takes me to finish that wine and those Early Birds to shut my brain down, I will tackle this countertop issue.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up working perfectly.
Okay, good.
Because I took the Early Birds, poured myself a small glass of wine, and went to work on the countertops. And the solution worked. It worked.
Okay, what was it?
So I did a lot of research about what's safe, what's
This
not.
is the good stuff for the listeners.
Yes. So we have quartz countertops. They're supposed to be very, very
Real
durable.
quartz.
I think, or maybe
And
it's
that's what I've heard. Is
or maybe it's quartzite. It's
Okay.
this shit's
Quartz.
durable.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be durable. So maybe it's quartzite.
Mm-hmm.
It's quartz or
Okay,
quartzite.
probably,
Anyway,
because I think the quartz is supposed to get
it's
stained
the
and
more
stuff.
durable of the two.
Right.
Like, because I'm also realistic. I know
Yeah.
I'm a complete crazy woman, but I'm also realistic knowing that, like,
You have kids.
yes. And so anyway, so I do all this research, and somebody suggested, I'd already tried baking soda and water, a mixture. That didn't work. So I saw somewhere where it said barkeeper's friend. Do you have any barkeeper's friend?
Mm-mm.
We should see if they do sponsorships.
Yeah.
Like, I would do a commercial right now for barkeeper's friend. It's like, remember Comet?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
yeah,
like,
we still use Comet.
okay, barkeeper's friend.
Better than Comment?
Way better than Comment.
Okay.
So I haven't used Comment in forever. I heard about this barkeeper's friend years and years ago, so I've always had it in the house. So they said, get the surface damp, put some barkeeper's friend on it, rub in circular motions, and then let it sit for like 2 minutes. And then go back and wipe it off. And then I spray it with the stuff and to see if it worked. And so there was a couple places where it took like 2 applications, but my countertops look amazing.
Yay!
So, because I was having anxiety about that, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm going to have to replace these countertops. I can't live with all these shit everywhere. And so I fixed it. I don't know, or get them buffed.
That's what she said.
Or get them, shut up.
That's what she said.
I don't know. Or I can't live with that long term. I'm thinking long term.
Okay.
So anyway, that was the perfect combination. Just early bird, glass of wine, barkeeper's friend, ready for bed.
Problem solved. And then you could sleep.
And then when I went into the bathroom, washed my face, hit the pillow, and I was like, out.
That's the beauty of early
and that
bird.
is, it just makes you chill.
It makes you chill.
That's why we love early bird. We have a code still for them that's good for your 20% off single order. Like it's a single use code, but it gets you 20% off. It's
TMG20.
Yep, TMG20.
Or earlybirdcbd.com/TMG20. All of that is on our link tree on our Instagram.
And our teacher will get a chance to experience the chill. Look, we've got to talk a little bit about Dirk.
Yeah.
Or should we save that for news? Because what's in my craw? I've got one thing in my craw.
Okay, tell me what's in your craw.
So I know, and this is such a double standard for me, because sometimes I'm a little bit of a grammar police.
Yeah. A little bit. See? You humiliate me on set.
That was... Shut up. It's not humiliating you.
I know.
And that's not even grammar. That's just language.
Yeah, see? Now she's laughing at me again.
No. Well, okay. Okay. I'm judgy about the misuse of the apostrophe. It gets abused.
Oh, it does.
I feel like that's the one.
I don't do that.
You don't.
I think
but
I know
people
how
will
to
be
use
like,
my
I can do Tuesdays or Thursdays. And I'm like, no.
Like, does Tuesday own the item that you're talking about? Is Tuesday in possession?
Thank you.
Is Thursday in possession?
Thank you. Same way on Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm.
Love the McCoys. No.
You don't just put an apostrophe there.
No.
Yeah, well, we're Forbes, so we have to say ES at the end.
You do.
Yes.
Forbes.
But it took me some time to really work through that.
So that's my one thing. So so this is totally a double standard for me. But I just spew my double standards on our podcast.
Why not?
Or on Twitter. I do recall making a post about, let's please stop abusing the apostrophe. It doesn't deserve this.
Yes.
But so last night when I was posting about section 133 at the Rangers game, I was like something about it's where the party's at or it's where it's at.
Did you mess up?
I ended a sentence in a preposition.
Oh, no.
Did you know that's a huge...
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
And I know that too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It's fucking Instagram.
Oh, I get it. But you've set this tone for yourself.
You're probably right.
You created this monster.
You're right. You're probably right. And I have acknowledged...
destroy me any chance you get.
Oh my... You're being a little dramatic. Woman.
I know.
I'm exaggerating. You destroy me every chance you get.
When it comes to the English language.
Jesus. Listen, Seeked Sod. I brought up like one thing.
You're like, I was listening to you on the radio today. I'm like, I said it on the radio. If I say it here, it doesn't matter.
So anyway, this lady slides in my DMs and she's like, you never end a sentence with a preposition.
She grammar policed you?
Period. And then nope. Period.
Grammar police.
Oh, yeah. You never end a sentence with a preposition. Period. Nope. Period.
Oh.
So
Did you reply?
Do you want to guess what I fired back? Nope. No middle finger emojis.
Bird?
Nope. What's my other go-to?
LOL.
LOL.
Okay.
And then I said LOL. Where the grammar police at? Question mark. Snarky smiley emoji.
You dug in.
I'm kind of shocked she didn't say the rest of her part.
Right. Yeah.
And then I wanted to say it's effing Instagram, like whatever. But then I realized.
Did she write back?
I haven't checked today.
Oh, I
Um,
don't believe that.
I haven't. I'll check now.
Do you have like?
No, I haven't.
Do you
I
have
haven't
lit
been
up
on the
circles?
socials. No, I only have 1 and 4. I mean, I've
Okay.
checked my messages. The social media goes after texts, emails, then social media. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What did she say?
Nope.
She's probably fighting.
Nope, nope.
She got told with a capital T.
LOL. Where? I did say, where are the grammar police at?
Was that during your wine and early
So-
bird?
no. That was before I left the ballpark when I was waiting for Boach.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, that was what was in my crawl. But I also realized I'm owning it, wearing it, putting a bow on it, that I sometimes can be the grammar police too. But I'm not going to slide in someone's DMs.
No.
I'm just going to blanket shame everyone on the podcast
Yes.
to my
Yes.
Twitter feed.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so anyway.
It's okay. Sometimes
Alright.
in the moment we all make mistakes.
It is. I don't consider that a mistake, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was trying to like say that.
No, yeah.
Look at you.
I don't consider it a mistake.
don't?
Yeah, I stand behind it.
Finishing a sentence with a preposition?
No, I mean, if I was writing a term paper,
Uh-huh.
or talking on television,
Uh-huh.
I'd probably say it on television too.
But
But
don't you critique other people's social media posts a little bit? Like,
don't
when
we
you're
all
reading it.
critique everything?
right.
Yeah.
So that's the same as yours was a social media post that people are critiquing.
Right.
So like if
I just don't think I would ever slide in anyone's DMs.
No, that's true.
That's my whole
true.
point. Trust me, I'm used to the
Well,
comments.
and I get it,
the
like-
comments.
You're in at a baseball game in the middle of a million people and posting and whatever it is or whatever. Like I never
I was trying to sound
I
hip
don't-
like
I
the
don't think
kids. I feel like the
through-
kids these days don't care about that preposition at the
They
end of the sentence
don't.
rule.
They don't. I don't think through my social posts very often.
So anyway, yeah, what we've established here
Yeah.
is I don't care about grammar on Instagram. I have a complete double standard when it comes to
Yeah.
being the grammar police. And I just wanted to voice my displeasure for the woman who slid my DMs.
Yeah, that was a little
to
aggressive.
tell me.
That was a little
It's all right.
aggressive.
It happens.
I know.
I
You're like,
can
well,
be
did you
aggressive
like?
too.
Did you like the interview? Like the whole concept of these people being so excited about the Rangers and they're winning.
Right.
All you
And
see
then
is
I-
that.
And then I was like, it's where the party's at. Like I
Right.
thought I was being like fun.
Right. Where the party is at. Where this is where the party
This is where the party is. That's so.
That's AI Emily.
Hey guys, this is where the party is. Section
Right.
133 is
Right.
where the party is. Join
Yeah.
us. Like no.
What was the
Where's the
song? Where the
party at?
party
Yeah.
at? Where the Bacardi at? What was that like? I think everyone's
no one
like
can
50
forget
Cent.
about my. Hey, where the party at?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know anything beyond that.
yeah.
Anyway,
Puff
so
Daddy.
anyway, completely, it's in my craw and it shouldn't be because I am a double standard bitch.
Yep.
Thank
My
you.
quick in my craw things that are in my craw are like I told you, I'm slowly morphing into like a mini version of you, I think,
Oh dear.
with the social thing. And in my house,
Oh,
I'm trying
anxiety.
to declutter, and
Okay.
it's like, and I have, you couldn't, my house is bad still, but there's little like piles of clutter that get in my craw because I don't want to have to be the person that has to deal with the piles of clutter, but that's what I am.
Yeah.
Right? Like any pile of anything, schoolwork, this, that,
Yeah.
you put this here, you put that there, the dog treats, the this, the that. I hate being that person that has to deal with the piles of crap.
right?
I don't want, just because I was born a woman, I guess, I have to deal with the piles of crap.
Yeah.
And I hate it. That said, quick shout out to the family concierge. She came back into my life yesterday, Miss Lee with the family concierge, and got all my shit in top shape. And now that I'm working 2 to 6, she was like, what can I do for you when I come and we get back into this routine? I was like, honestly, Kelly is doing a lot. He had to take Ryder to football practice and blah, blah, blah. He's been kind of doing dinner because I don't get home till 6:30 and my kids need to eat at 6 or they turn into monsters. I was like, if you can do dinner, she did dinner.
Stop it.
The family concierge is amazing. Like I seriously need her for
And here's the deal,
my
like that's
mental
what
health.
right. And that's what I have Miss Vicky for
Yes.
my mental health. Like whatever you need,
Yes.
whether it's another person, another set of hands or arms, like identify the things that really will make a significant impact in your life,
Yes.
whether it's, you know, and obviously you need to be able to afford them and budget for them and all that kind
Right.
of stuff, but prioritize those.
Yeah.
And for you, I feel like that's huge and
I'd
I'm proud
rather
of you.
that than like a weekly manicure.
Right.
Like you have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
And I love manicures too. Definitely.
Yes.
But she's amazing. The family concierge, go find them on my social media account. And she's amazing. You can do subscription service where they come weekly, where they come monthly, or you can do a one-time thing if you just have like a playroom that's
Yeah.
a disaster and you need some structure and you need it to be organized. She's wonderful. She brought like back to school cupcakes for the kids. Like
That's
she just
awesome.
goes that extra mile.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful. So thank you to the family concierge for helping me with my crawl.
That is fantastic. Okay, one more segment. We need to talk a little bit about Dirk and the news desk. And this is brought to us by our friends at Rev Entertainment, also known as Globe Life Field, because Rev operates, hey now. So basically, they're kind of not one and the same. But so basically, the Rangers obviously operate the Ranger games and all those things at Globe Life Field. But when the Rangers are not there, Rev Entertainment is who kind of coordinates everything, ballpark tours, the family field day that you went to, concerts, all that kind of stuff. And they have a ton of cool things going on throughout the year, even beyond baseball season and before baseball season. And you got to be a part of those. I didn't even ask you, how was family field day?
It was so fun. It was so cool because you go and you watch the games, but to have the opportunity to run out on the field and take part in all kinds of different activities. There was a little batting practice. You could just throw the ball back and forth there were a lot of dads and sons out there just throwing the ball in the outfield. They had bounce houses. They had face painters, all kinds of things. It was really cool because it's a setting that you don't ever expect to be able to do that in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was really fun.
They
have
really-
a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they obviously bring super cool concerts. The Jonas Brothers, I think Pink is coming. Like, there's a ton of cool concerts coming there. And then, of course, the events like the Family Field Day. And then anytime you can always take a tour of Globe Life Field, which you learn. When I'm going throughout the ballpark, I sometimes stumble upon these tours and I hear the things that the tour guides are saying that I honestly had no idea about our ballpark. I mean, I've wandered around that thing for 3 years now, 4 years now, and there's things that I really didn't know about.
You can do birthday parties there and
You can do
everything.
birthday
else.
parties,
Yeah.
postseason team parties, all that kind of stuff. But you can tour Globe Life Field and get the behind the scenes of the ballpark on game days and non-game days. Obviously, the Rangers are hot this season and have consistently been number one in the
Yay.
West.
First
So
place
don't
Texas Rangers.
miss that exclusive behind the scenes experience. And when you go on a game day, if you go on a certain group, you get to watch batting practice. You get to stick around and watch batting practice from the stands before the gates actually open. So the tours are really
That's
cool.
really cool.
They're really, really fun. And like I said, you learn stuff that you probably didn't before just walking around the stadium. So tour tickets are available at globelifefield.com/tours. So thank you to Rev Entertainment and Globe Life Field. Obviously, Globe Life also a partner of us. So
Yes, I love it.
synergy. Okay, close this out with our boy Dirk.
Yeah.
He went
Hall
in.
of Famer.
Dude, his speech was fucking nails.
So good. He's so good. I just feel like we're so blessed to have him as our athlete here in DFW that everybody just idolizes, looks up to, wants to be like. It was amazing seeing it all come together for him.
Funny and and I was Ashley cut us up some clips from our interview with him, and I forgot about being like, "Hey, is your big ass fitting a minivan?"
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
And you were so embarrest.
I was like, I'm
But
sorry.
because he
didn't care.
He's
Yeah.
cool. He's
No, and
he's
that's-
super chill. He's so nice. He's just what a great speech.
Yeah.
He
Self-deprecating.
yeah.
I think
self-deprecating is so cool.
yeah, it really is.
It
It's
is so
kind of the best
cool.
way to be. No
I
one
know.
wants someone like apparently Dwayne Wade was that whole time.
Well, and did you ever hear? So my number one all time, if I could interview one person in the world, it was Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up. That was right in my wheelhouse of starting to really love sports. It was like Mike. If I could be like Mike, I want to be like Mike. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was at the All-Star game in Houston. I don't even remember what year it was. And this place, I was at this party and this place was packed and I could see his head poking out. And I was like, this is my chance. And I'm like, this is not my chance. This is a bad idea.
You were working?
What was it? I mean, I
Armed
was
with a mic?
in a work capacity.
You could have interviewed him.
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's why I was saying, oh gosh, there he is. What am I going to do? Ask him for an interview on my cell phone?
Right.
But he was the number one guy that I wanted to sit down and talk to and do an interview with. It's now changed. I still love Michael. Obviously he did what he did. But the Hall of Fame speech completely changed my whole view of him.
Oh.
It's cringy.
It was bad?
It was basically him reinforcing the idea that he was the best ever, which
he was, but
when
don't
you're
act
the
like
best
it.
ever, you don't have to tell people
Right.
you're the best ever.
Right.
That's when
It
you
was like a LeBron, how many championships am I going to win
that's
kind
a
of deal?
total layup, dude.
I'll never forgive him
Like
for that.
everyone is talking. Everyone says how wonderful you are. Like this is the easiest layup for you to just be like, oh shucks, I'm not that great. And everyone's gonna be like, no, you are. Like
Yeah.
this is like super easy to figure out.
Okay,
But
I didn't know this.
You need to go watch it because it was
Yeah.
like basically like his kids were in the audience and he's telling his kids like, yeah, I mean I feel bad for y'all having to live up to this and like it's you need to go watch it. It will literally make you
a radio
cringe.
segment on it.
And it made me sad. I was like, man, this was my dude. This was the guy that like, I mean, when I really started loving sports like that,
It's like you can still appreciate him
my
for what he was
I absolutely do.
on the court. But
And
yeah,
listen,
that
and
takes
I
a little
would
bit of the shine off.
Yeah, and I would still whip his ass if I ever saw him
Yes.
and ask him a gazillion questions if I ever saw him to this day. But now I'm Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
I am dying to talk to Ken Griffey Jr.
He was my brother's all-time
Yes.
favorite
I
when
mean,
we
he
were
just
growing
like,
up.
and you hear people talk about him, you
Huh.
know.
Can we get him on the show?
Sure, why not? You know what?
Why not?
Shoot my shot.
Shoot your shot. You're the
Um,
Rangers reporter. Like
yeah.
you're currently involved in baseball and a
No,
big
but
deal.
he has no idea who I am, I'm
Who cares?
sure. Okay. Hey, there's a project for me. So anyway,
Slide his DMs. Yeah.
slide. Maybe I'll just go through the PR person with the Mariners.
That might work.
That might be easier.
That might work.
As to not appear like a creepy chick. Hey. But anyway, back to Dirk. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Super happy for him. He is our very own.
I know. The Mom Game Zone.
I know.
Thanks to you and
Yeah,
harassing
well,
him for years.
I know. He
Come
was
on our
awesome.
show.
He
He's
was
great.
awesome.
It was so great to see that for him.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have him.
We are.
I bought Ryder a jersey for back to school,
Yeah.
and just back to the Michael Jordan thing. It came down to Luka Doncic or Michael Jordan.
Did it?
He even still, as a
That's how
current
crazy.
8-year-old,
That's crazy.
was like, oh, Julie.
Michael Jordan.
Or, he didn't say Julie. He said, Mom. Mom, they have a Michael Jordan jersey. Like, still.
Yeah.
And I had to tell him, I was like, this is what I told Ryder, and this is my advice to anybody that is a Mavs fan, lives in Dallas, loves Luka. I was like, start with Luka.
Yeah. Let's go.
We'll build out from there.
Yes, start with
Then we
Luka.
can go to other teams. We can go to Giannis,
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is
Henry-
that whoever it is that you're looking for. Kawhi. He
Yeah.
wanted Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Yeah.
Wembanyama. He
Yeah.
wanted him. I was like, he hasn't even played yet.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get you a Spurs jersey.
Hard now.
So I was quite proud we walked out there with a Luka jersey.
So Henry's big into Griffey,
Mhm.
which I think is probably a byproduct of me or maybe just baseball in general.
Yeah.
But I love that he never saw him play.
Yeah.
And I love that he loves him.
Yeah.
And you know who else he loves, which he has like a quote thing, Kobe. He loves
Aw.
Mamba. Like he loves Kobe.
That's great.
And then,
Inspirational quote.
oh, honey.
I love
Henry
Henry.
is into, you've seen his room.
I know. I love him.
You know the
All
inspirational
the
quotes.
inspirational quotes.
Yeah.
I do
so-
feel like he's a writer in a few years.
I know. He's great. Okay, well, this was fun. I'm glad
know.
we got together.
Covered a
We
lot.
were going to have our friend Dan McDowell on, but there's some legal issues.
We haven't even
pending.
post-game showed that. but
Which
there was a
we
lot,
will.
and a
we
lot of
will.
social media
So,
reaction.
Once Dan is legally allowed to come on our show,
Yeah.
or once he has the consent of his legal team, he is going to join us. But
Dan's legal team.
That whole
Even that
thing.
sentence is like,
I know. I was like, if you need a character witness, don't call me. I was like, anyway.
He could call me.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we can workshop that on next week's show. We had so much to talk about though.
I know,
being
we
away for
did.
2 weeks. So
We did.
cheers. We emptied.
Mine is gone. Off to do radio now.
to do radio. Okay. Episode 179 in the books. 180. I haven't even looked. Do we have a guest? I think we do. No, we don't.
I don't think we do.
It's just us.
I think it's just us
Or
again.
maybe the legal issues will be
Perhaps.
resolved with Dan and he'll be back. Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in to episode 179,
Yeah,
180.
we love you. Thanks for watching.
Your way next week. Don't forget to enter the giveaway.
That's right.
Social media.
Go find us.
Go find us. Mom Game out.
Mom Game out.